What's up, guys? DJ LaFave here right now with a Telly Media and Telly Visuals tutorial. This is lesson one, Telemedia. So here we go. You just got Telemedia, Televisuals, and you want to get to town because you've seen all of these cool things that's going on with this software that is a plugin for Virtual DJ Pro. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you get it, you get your keys, you install the software. Now, where do you find it? So to find the software, the first thing you do is you open up your virtual DJ. And now I have this on the Pro setting, 2-deck layout. Go to the video tab right here, and then under Video Effects, hit the drop down menu, and you'll find Telemedia and Televisuals. Now, important to note, use the 32-bit version of Virtual DJ because the 64-bit is still under beta mode. So once you find it right here, in order to activate it, just click the little bar right here, and it is now activated. Now, in order to do your settings, you're going to want to click on the little gearbox right here. So we click on the gearbox, it opens up, and you're welcomed with things that you don't even know what's going on, right? You've got a couple tabs up here. You've got media, carousel, you've got camera, layout, and options. So there's a lot that you can do with this tool. And I like to use this tool in conjunction with Televisuals. This tool overlays on top of Televisuals. So a lot of your static stuff, whether it's your camera, your any pictures you want to use and be an overview and overlay on top of your project, they're going to be put into here, as well as the carousel mode. So right here, you can do up to 6 banks of 12. So doing your math really quickly, that is 6 times 12. It's a lot. You can add a lot of photos in here, a lot of media. You can even do videos in here. Now, when you do videos, I have not personally been able to get the audio to carry over, so just keep that in mind if you wanted to do just a video streaming in the background while you're doing your broadcast, then this is how you would do it. Now, carousel is you can add a folder of photographs and or videos into that, and you simply just drag and drop a folder into this category right here. Already got one there right now. And you've got a couple different options. You can do background, on, off, chroma key. You can do it with your carousel, and you can also change stretch, aspect, scale, mirror, or no scale, and tile. And then you start and stop it through this feature right here. Camera, I can't show you how the camera works right now because I'm using it with another program to record this tutorial, but you see your options with your visuals, your resolution settings right here. I've found that the if you wanted a smaller box, you can do 800 by 600, but this is one of those things you can kind of play around with. And then if you are using a green screen, the chroma key settings, set to green here, and then play around with your settings in the setting bar right there. And then for your layout, you can choose where you want your media to show up, and that's going to be important in a little bit when we start getting into the combination with Televisuals. And then it's a simple resize on any of these features right here. Just click and drag and drop, and you can make them larger. And then in the options button, you have a couple of additional options that you can play around with. Nothing too important for the first part of this tutorial. So we've activated the video by clicking on this box right here, and I have my video up here in the top left. So the next big thing that you want to learn how to use is Televisuals. We will activate Televisuals, and then I'm going to open up the Televisuals layout board right here. So this is your blank screen. You've got a blank canvas to work with. The first thing you want to do is add a panel. Everything in here is really panels, or you could throw a background in there. So, a background. Let's do a background first. All over the place because there's so many things you can do with this, and it's really just a fun tool to do. So what I do for a background is I do all of my graphic arts in PowerPoint. I'll minimize this window right here. So in PowerPoint, you can create a picture, you can create a simple background. So just to show you what I mean, we're going to do a simple picture right here. I'm going to create a box, right? There is a box right there. Format the box. We're going to make it a shape fill, and we'll do a gradient fill. You don't have to use PowerPoint. You can use whatever one you want. I just choose to use PowerPoint because it's got some flexibility with, for me at least, and an ease of use of how to use it. So we'll do that, and we will add a little bit of word art here, and we're just going to put insert our word art. insert word art right there. So we're going to say, here's my Telly tutorial. All this time spending at home, I'm forgetting how to spell. So we'll just throw that up there in the top left. Now, you don't have to do text in here. You can do text overlays in TellyVisual, but then really simple, I do just select all, and then you can save it as a picture. Now, when you get a little bit more advanced, here's something I do for my retro gaming. I created a background right here, so it's got like a television screen to put my game in the middle, and then this little box over here to put my video feed. So for right now, let's do this one because it's really pimped out. So select all, right-click, save as picture, and we'll throw it on the desktop, and we will call it TellyTorial. All right. Now we've got our picture, so we're going to minimize this and go back to our program. Open up TellyVisuals and background, and then I'm going to open my background image that I just created, and it is on my desktop, and it is called TellyTorial. Open that up, and what I always do here in the settings is I'm going to set it to proportional. That makes it a good HD size background, and then now you know kind of how to work the rest of your graphics up in a proportional setting. So we've got a proportional background. We don't need to display any color. We do not need to display a border, and then we're going to click OK. So now we've got our background. Now, how does that look? Very simply, all you got to do is activate your video feed again, and that is what the output image of your TellyVisuals background is going to look like. Now, one of the cool things that you can do in here is add a new panel, create a new panel, and we're going to do a basic panel again because we're going to input an image and we're going to make the image rotate. So when I click create, now I have this box that's kind of just floating around here, right? And you look at my screen to the left, that's going to show you what the output ends up looking like. I'm going to make a rotating box on top of my Super Mario Brothers flagpole. So you've got your panel right here, right click, and then you go to panel attributes. And in the panel attributes button, we can make it an image. So in order to do that, you're going to open your image. And in here, I've got an image saved on in a folder called images, because that's how we roll with images. Drive back up because I keep everything on my desktop. I'm a slob like that. And then in images, we just scroll down to the logo that we want to use. In this case, we're going to use one of my shows, Red Bull News with You logo, because I know it looks really, really cool. So again, here you've got your new image up. It always comes up as stretch. So click on proportional to make it the normal size that you want it to be. Get rid of the display color, get rid of the display border. And on here, we're going to go rotate. And we're going to rotate it, and you see it moving up here in my top left already. Nothing you do in TellyVisuals will show up on the panel board. It's going to show up on your video feed. So keep that in mind as a good little check. So you can change the speed of how it goes. So right now it's at 0. There's a turn for 1. And then you can go all the way up to supersonic fast speed on turbo. And that'll get annoying to your viewers probably after a little bit. So I'll keep it at 2 for this specific tutorial. And then that's it. We're going to click OK. So you can resize it proportionally, and then you see how it ends up on your screen to the left. All right, so now you've got a rotating image. You've got this whole space right here that has been set up. Basically, your whole background now is in PowerPoint. Now, what if you wanted to create your background essentially in Telly Media? So right now we're going to get rid of the background image, click OK, and you can do everything within a panel. Create new panel. We're going to do a text panel this time and create. So right here, you can put your text at the top of your screen. And just to give you an idea how that looks when you're outputting it, we'll resize this. Again, you can double click in the blue area, or you can right click and do panel attributes. Now for your text, you can do stretch, proportional. I always do proportional because it ends up looking pretty sweet. Your text options right now, you can do your text. So here we do TellyTorial. I am very consistent in my misspelling, so that's good. And we're going to do a no color, no border, and I'm going to change the color of the text to white. And we click OK, and you'll see it immediately show up on the left side over here. You can change your font by going to the Font tab, clicking Select Font, and picking really whatever font you want here. One of my standards to use is Railway, and because it's a header, I'm going to do Railway Bold, and we'll keep it at 28 and click OK. and okay. Now you have your text box right here, right? Your text you can move around, you can shape down, and you see how it gets smaller, or when I come bigger, it will only go to the max size font that you've selected. So you've got your font, your text here, and now you can really do whatever you want, whatever you really feel like creating. I can create another panel, and this is just going to be a basic panel, and it'll be a background panel, right, for my video feed. So you double click again. We're going to get rid of the border, but display the color. And the color always comes back as gradient with these two colors selected. So we're going to click off of gradient. I'm going to select the first color, and we're going to make it yellow. All right, so now it's yellow, and we're going to make it fully or non-opaque, okay? Now we click OK, and now you have a background. And it's ordered on top of all the ones that you select. So you can move things around. You can change where they are on your border. You can move up, move down, I believe. Or maybe you can't. We'll figure that out. But now you've got a border. You can toy around with that. And now we'll go back to our Telly Media. So in our Telly Media, open that window up, and we're going to add some media, right? I'm going to add a media right now. It's just click on this box, and we're going to add a picture. I've done this picture for when I stream FIFA, and we're going to make it aspect so it looks really good. And then you go over to layout, and in our media bar, you can see how now you can move this around. So I can stretch this bigger right there, and it moves all around your screen however you'd like. So there's some basic quick options on how to get around in Telly Media and Telly Visuals. You can then take your camera, which goes over everything, and you can move your camera and your video feed to wherever you'd like. So that's really the first kind of basic functionality of Telly Visuals and Telly Media. If there's anything specific that you'd like me to show in the next tutorial, then please just submit it in the comments of the video or wherever else I post this on the social medias. And I hope this was helpful for you guys. DJ Lefebvre, out.